Coming up on the RMAC Showcase, we've got all the fall sports championships on tap, including arguably the most competitive conference tournament in the country. 9 nationally ranked teams vie for the men's and women's cross-country crown. In soccer, can the Colorado Mines women's continue their dominance, or will a new kid swing up and end the Ore Diggers' reign of terror? And volleyball goes bump, set, spike across the region as some familiar faces look to continue their great runs of the conference as well as the country. Don't go anywhere. The RMAC Showcase is officially on. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Colorado School of Mines, home of the women's soccer tournament for the 5th straight season. I'm Jason Carter, your host for the next half an hour. The Ore Digger women have absolutely dominated the RMAC over the last decade. They've made 8 straight trips to the NCAA tournament. They've won 5 straight RMAC tournament titles and 4 straight regular season conference crowns. The Ore Diggers won every major award for the season, with junior Emily Garnier winning both Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, while senior Sam Zunbro won Goalkeeper of the Year. Following the handout of the awards, the champs hosting Metro State Denver in the quarterfinals. It didn't take long for Mines to get on the board. Just 87 seconds into the game, the ball is loose in front of the net, and Jacqueline Knott gives the home team a 1-0 lead. That was all it took, as neither team scored the rest of the way, and Mines advances to the conference championship game once again. They will face the winner of the other semifinal between CSU-Pueblo and Regis. This tournament really was the Lakin Koss show. She scored twice in the opening round, and then here gives the Thunderwolves the lead just 8 minutes into the contest thanks to this incredible free kick from close to midfield. What a shot. Regis would tie it early in the second half. Sadie Akindelli speeds past the defense, lights up the lamp to knot everything at 1. 4 minutes later, check this out. The cross, great attempt on the bicycle kick, goes off the crossbar, but then is headed in by Kylie Sakaguchi. That gives Pueblo a 2-1 lead. Check it out one more time. The bicycle attempt is gorgeous, even though it didn't go in. And then for Sakaguchi to be in the right place at the right time. Then here's that Koss girl again. She's just given too much time to line this one up, and with the left foot, a perfect strike into the bottom corner gives her team an insurance goal, one they would need to advance, holding on to the 3-2 win. On to the final between the top 2 seeds, CSU Pueblo and Colorado Mines. Thunderwolves looking for their first conference championship, but they'll have to take down the 5-time defending champs. A free kick to the Ore Diggers box is not cleared away, and tell me if you've heard this name before. Lakin Koss, her 5th goal of the tournament, as the underdogs up 1-0 about 16 minutes into the game. It would stay that way until the second half, when Acacia Ortiz just enough on this shot from the right side to get it over the keeper's hands and into the upper 90 to tie the game at 1. Then, with about 11 minutes left, the Conference Player of the Year makes a great feed on the corner kick, and Emily Townsend eventually gets the ball into the net for Mines' first lead of the game. It would hold up as the Colorado School of Mines women's soccer team wins their 6th straight Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference tournament title.
Great to have that win against a tough opponent. They played great, and it was just a tough battle all around.
I feel great. It was obviously winning's nice. It was a really, really good game, I think, as well. It's always fun to be part of a game that, if you talk to a fan, they're going to say, hey, that was a really good game. It was back and forth. Pueblo played well, moved the ball well, created chances, and I thought we did the same. So it was a good one to watch. Maybe not so much fun for the coaches, but certainly for the fans, and it's good to be part of a game like that.
Both Mines and Pueblo would earn spots in the NCAA tournament. It was the first ever trip for the Thunderwolves, who unfortunately conceded a goal with only a minute left in the game to fall to Dallas Baptist 1-0. The Patriots would give Mines trouble in the second round. Following a bye, the Ore Diggers would need penalty kicks to advance. They make 3 to Dallas Baptist's 2. Mines was selected to host the next 2 rounds of the tournament. They would beat Texas A&M Commerce 2-1 to win the South Central Regional title and advance into the Elite 8. There, though, they ran into number 1 ranked Western Washington, who had no trouble with the Ore Diggers. They topped the conference champions 5-1. Mines, though, sets a new school record with their 20 victories. Women's cross country has had a very similar storyline to women's soccer, only it's been Adams State who has dominated the competition. The Grizzlies have won 4 straight conference titles, and they won last year's national championship. They come into this year's conference tournament ranked number 1 in the country. On the men's side of distance running, everybody knows about Adams State's success. The Grizzlies have won 8 national championships, but it's actually the Colorado School of Mines who comes in as the favorite. The Ore Diggers won the national title last season. Brandon Applehands made the trip to Spearfish, South Dakota to take in the action.
Thanks, Jason. The 2016 RMAC Cross Country Championships took place in beautiful Spearfish, South Dakota. With Adams State looking for back-to-back men and women's titles, it was Colorado Mines who rivaled ASU with a memorable and historic race for the Ore Diggers.
At this time, please report to the start line.
Led by Nathaniel Williams, Colorado Mines would have the upper hand. From start to finish, the race was up for grabs. 2 teams emerged from the pack, being the Ore Diggers and Adams State. Mines' Williams led most of the entire race, carefully followed by sophomore Sydney Gedabadai of Adams State.
I mean, it's awesome to know that, this conference is that competitive, and I expected him to be up there, and it was good that he was competitive till the end.
It was Gedabadai who poured it on late, finishing first overall with a time of 25 minutes and 16.68 seconds.
When I crossed the line, I thought we'd won. But this time, seeing that we had crossed all 5 guys before anyone else had 1 or even 2 for Adams, that was huge.
It's been a long time coming, and they just put the work in and grinded out a win. It really came down to that last lap and having to really stay focused.
On the women's side, Adams State came in as the 2015 NCAA Division II national champs. Led by Coach Damon Martin, the Grizzlies were battled early with the presence of Western State's Georgia Porter. Senior Jenna Thurman maintained a steady pace, surging out in the final minute.
I thought it was a really challenging course. It's on a golf course, which is going to be very similar to nationals, so I thought it was good practice for that.
Thurman would take first overall with a time of 22 minutes, 6.5 seconds.
The RMAC is predominantly one of the best cross-country conferences in America, and so certainly when you have that kind of conference, you want to do well in it because it's bragging rights for a year, that type of thing.
At 2016 Nationals, on the men's side, Adams State and Colorado Mines stood above the pack, with the Ore Diggers taking 3rd and Adams State's Sydney Gedabadai individually taking 4th as Adams State won the NCAA national title. For the women, Western State took 3rd place and Adams State finished 2nd overall, all representing the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. In South Dakota, I'm Brandon Applehands for the RMAC Showcase.
That does it for the first quarter of our show, but we aren't even close to finish. When we come back, it's the men's turn as soccer hand out their conference titles. We'll let you know who comes out the victor when the RMAC Showcase returns after this timeout.